Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Victor Mela. I represent the people of Balangap Iliri Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Gombe State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I come under Order 8, Rule 5.
For Honorable Rajiv is here.
I would like to start by saying that national security is a foundation for national growth and development. This is because peaceful nations attract foreign investors, while domestic investors operate freely without apprehension. Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues, the fact before us today is the issue of our country, where we found ourselves, issue of insecurity. On this note, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, you may wish to recall that on the floor of this Hello Chamber, I supported motions raised by the honorable colleagues on an alarming state of insecurity in Nigeria. While I call for the resignation of service chiefs and the regit of our nation's security apparatus, Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues, I threaten to resign my membership of the National Assembly if this House, as true representatives of the people, fails to act so as to bring an end to this mindless, senseless killing of innocent Nigerians. Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues, I am pleased to say that the leadership of this House within the last few months has taken deliberate and conscious steps to express the dissatisfaction of this honorable House with the level of insecurity in this country. Mr. Speaker, I am aware of your meetings, phone calls with the presidency and the service chiefs. I am also aware of several meetings with Mr. President and on the insecurity issues on our dear country. Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues, I am also aware that the House leadership, in its bid to find a lasting solution to the crisis, had paid several interface meetings with the Chief of Defense Staff, Inspector General of Police, Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Air Staff, and Chief of Naval Staff. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the House Chairman, the House Committee Chairman of Defense, Army, Air Force, Navy, and the police have likewise several meetings with the service chiefs in this regard. Similarly, Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues, there has been also several resolutions of this House on the urgent need to curb the incessant killing of innocent Nigerians waiting implementation. Mr. Speaker, today I can boldly and confidently say, through your leadership, this House has done what is constitutionally and legally possible through the various interface meetings with top echelon of our security, as well as the nation, as well as numerous resolutions passed on the same subject matter of insecurity. Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues, I thought Nigerians should know some of the strategic plans that the House of Representatives, since the day I threatened to resign, that they have taken some strategic plan on how to curb the insecurity issues of this nation. We are doing our best as legislators. However, we must enforce and/or ensure the implementation of our resolutions on the insecurity issues in our dear country. Our people are burdened on a daily basis with psychological and emotional trauma resulting from sights of lifeless and mutilated bodies of loved family members and close associates littered on the streets and public square. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, finally, I want to thank this House and thank Mr. Honorable Speaker for your leadership. I believe, in my opinion, for the last few months, the House have done its best to present a strategic plan and resolutions on how to curb the issue of insecurity in this country. It is time for the executive to act. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
A couple of months ago, when we discussed the issue of insecurity, Honorable Victor Mela got up on the floor and said if the House did not do anything, he would resign his membership of the National Assembly. I think since then, from what he explained to me, he has been bombarded by Nigerians asking him why he has not resigned. And I think his statement on the floor was misunderstood. And that is the personal explanation that he has brought. That his statement on the floor went to the issue of fact that if the House of Representatives did not take steps to do anything about insecurity, he would resign. But he has been misunderstood to have said that if insecurity or the executive does not stop the killings, he would resign. That was not what he said, and we have the records. What he said was that if the House did not take steps, and he has now said that the House has taken several steps, and he has listed out the steps. So Honorable Mela shall not resign from the National Assembly. We still need him very much around. He is one of our good legislators here. Thank you.